One. This is the third installment of tips and tutorials for using Zoom. This is sponsored by the CJE, the Center for Jewish Education in Baltimore, and provided by Jets Israel. We're actually going to continue student participation in the virtual classroom in Zoom. So we spoke about the chat in the previous video. We spoke about using the video. We spoke about using reactions. This is another method of having the students interact with the class and joining the participation is actually sharing screen. You can share your screen and you can have others share their screen. To ensure that others can share their screen, you click on share screen and you click on advanced sharing option. Generally, you may want, in terms of your classroom discipline, you may want to keep it on who can share only host. And then in the middle of the lesson, when you're ready to have a student participate, you can toggle it back to all participants. And I would ensure that you can start sharing when someone else is sharing to keep it on only host so that no other student can interrupt the student that is sharing their screen. So what can they do? If they share their screen, they can share a document that they wrote, a project that they did, a slideshow. And if not, you can always have them go ahead and share their screen and click on whiteboard. And in this whiteboard, they can do different things. You can have them spell a word. You can spell a bunch of words. You can go ahead and have them draw. This is a drawing of the water down here. The cycle for evaporation. You can have them draw different diagrams. You can have them complete math problems. These are different options for students to, as if they're writing on the blackboard. You choose a student and they can go ahead, share their screen, share their whiteboard, and they're now participating actively in the classroom. A similar way is for you to share your screen and for students to go ahead and annotate what you have on your screen. So let's say you're teaching Chumash and you want them to be engaged in the documents or the text that you are showing. So you have to click on more. You make sure that this disabled participants annotation is clicked so that the participants can they are allowed. And then you want to show names of annotators as well. So those are the two functions you want to click so that you can see somebody else, one of the students, annotate on this document. So what would they do? I don't know, maybe you ask the student to read a pasuk and underline the word that means hover. Or maybe you want them to punctuate as they read. So this way they are being active in the document. You could have multiple students annotating at the same time. You can use your whiteboard as well. You can go ahead, click on your whiteboard, and you can have others, all the students being annotating on the whiteboard. One other interesting method of having the students annotate is by sharing your screen and having them use the stamps. For example, if you create a document such as this, on what day did Moshe Rabbeinu receive the Torah? So if they click on their annotate button, when I'm sharing my screen, they can click stamp, and they can click on which type of stamp, and you can ask them what day did Moshe. Go ahead and pick. Everybody stamp where you think the answer is, and then you can get a glimpse as to what the students understand and what the students know. So these are two other methods: annotating, having the students share their screen, and a way of participating and having the students engage in the classroom. All the best. Hatzlacha.